Are you ready for some shocking news, 49ers fans? The Niners have just signed a safety, but hold on to your hats. This isn't the game changer we've been dreaming of. Instead, we're bringing in a backup from Atlanta who struggled to make an impact. What does this mean for our defense? Will we see a draft strategy shift? Stick around to find out. The San Francisco 49ers have made a move in free agency, signing Falcons backup free safety Richie Grant to a one-year deal, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. Now, I have to be honest with you. This signing feels a bit underwhelming. I mean, we're not talking about an impact player here, folks. We're looking at a guy who has spent time as a backup, and to be fair, he hasn't exactly shined during his time in Atlanta. Grant was a second-round pick back in 2021, and he did have some starting roles in 2022 and 2023. But let's face it, he didn't play well enough to keep that starting spot, which ultimately led to him being benched last season. So now, here we are, bringing him in as a backup for the 49ers. If you were holding out hope for the team to sign a solid starting safety like Jevon Holland, Justin Reed, or Julian Blackmon, you may need to recalibrate those expectations. It seems like the 49ers are opting for depth players this offseason, likely saving their cap space for Brock Purdy's future contract negotiations. Now, I can't help but wonder how this affects our draft strategy. With Grant now in the fold, it's clear that the 49ers are still in the market for a free safety. And I wouldn't be surprised if they take one relatively early in the upcoming draft. Grant really doesn't excite me as a starter. Plus, we have Jair Brown, who I believe is a better fit at strong safety, even if he isn't the fastest guy on the field. The new defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, along with assistant head coach Gus Bradley, is looking for more speed at the safety position, and Grant's 4.57 time at his pro day doesn't scream speed demon to me. I see Grant making his most significant impact on special teams, an area where the 49ers struggled last season. We need to shore up that unit, but can we rely on a backup safety to change the game? Honestly, I'm torn on this. On one hand, it's good to add depth, but on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that this isn't the kind of aggressive move we want to see from a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Looking ahead, the 49ers have a lot of work to do. They need to draft starters at free safety, linebacker, defensive tackle, and guard. Additionally, we should look at adding depth at wide receiver, offensive tackle, defensive end, and cornerback. It's a tall order, and I can't help but feel that this signing of Richie Grant is just a stopgap while the team figures out its long-term strategy. So let's talk about the future. With Brock Purdy's contract looming, will the 49ers go all in on developing their roster, or will they continue to play it safe? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you believe this was the right path? Is Grant really going to be an asset? Or is he just another backup in a long line of not quite good enough players? As we get closer to the draft, I hope to see some bold moves that excite the fan base. The 49ers have the potential to be a powerhouse, but we need to ensure we're filling those key positions with players who can actually make a difference. It looks like the San Francisco 49ers have officially missed out on one of the biggest free agents on the market. DJ Reed, a cornerback who many thought would be a great fit for our team, has signed a 3-year deal worth $48 million with the Detroit Lions, which includes $32 million guaranteed. It's a tough pill to swallow for fans who were hoping to see Reed return to the Bay Area, especially considering his previous success under former defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, who is now leading the Lions. But let's take a step back and really analyze this situation. While Reed was certainly a name being thrown around by various outlets, including Pro Football Focus, it never really made sense for the 49ers to pursue him. Let's be honest, he's a pricey player, and with the salary cap constraints, the Niners just couldn't make it work. Cornerback might not be an immediate need for us right now, even if it traditionally is. With Charvarius Ward likely signing elsewhere, you'd think the demand for cornerbacks might be increasing, but the 49ers have already made significant investments at that position. They extended Diomedor Lenoir during the season, and they spent a second-round draft choice on Renato Green, who had a solid rookie campaign. So, while cornerback depth is always a concern, we have 2 impressive players already on the roster, which is more than many defenses in the league can say. Now, I know there are fans out there who might feel this is a missed opportunity, but I honestly believe it's better for the organization to put that money toward bolstering the defensive line. Let's face it, a strong pass rush can make any secondary look good. If we can pressure the quarterback effectively, it alleviates a lot of pressure off our cornerbacks. We need to focus on maximizing our resources to build a championship caliber. Team, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I love the idea of adding a talent like Reed. But on the other, I see the logic in preserving our finances for other crucial positions. It's a balancing act that we, as fans, must grapple with. The front office has a vision, and, while it can be frustrating at times, especially when star players seem to slip through our fingers, we need to trust the plan. So, let's look ahead. With the draft coming up, it's essential for the 49ers to address any lingering concerns on the roster. I'm curious to see if they'll focus on adding depth at cornerback or if they'll pivot to another position entirely. The off-season is always filled with surprises, and I believe the front office is capable of making moves that will benefit us in the long run. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you think the 49ers made the right call by not pursuing Reed? How do you feel about our current cornerback situation? The comments section is open for your thoughts, and I genuinely want to engage with you all about this pivotal moment in our team's journey. As we continue to navigate through this off-season, remember to keep an eye on how these decisions will shape our chances for next season. The stakes are high, and every move counts. So if you want to stay updated on all the latest news about the San Francisco 49ers, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates as they happen. Let's keep the conversation going. 49ers faithful,